What's up, everybody? How you doing? Okay. Hope you've all recovered from last night. That was a good one. What a hell of a game by the Lakers. I got to get my Yankee dog thing up here. I got my Laker dog thing up here. We got to get the Yankee dog one up there. That was a hell of a game. But it is time for some Yankee baseball, man. As I've said before, I definitely want to get more Yankee baseball on this channel. I'm going to do a lot more streams this year, a lot more videos. And again, I want to make sure I do that, that Friday night thing. I'm not going to do it like right away, but like starting maybe the end of April, third week in April, we'll start doing that thing where we talk about what they've done during the week. And yeah, man, hopefully, people like these. And I like I said, I want to make a big effort to do a lot more Yankee content. I don't know why I don't. It seems every time I make a Yankee video, they always got really good views, and a lot of people subscribe to their channel. I'm like, why am I not doing it more? So I got to make a concerted effort to do better when it comes to that, and I will. Beautiful March day here in upstate New York. Rainy, garbage, cloud. I mean, that's just the whole month looks like that. That's why I like watching spring training games, because I can see what it actually looks like in pretty much every other part of the country where it's sunny all the time and just not up here. So I can't wait to move to Florida. I've been saying this for years. When I'm retired, man, I'm out of New York. I can't do these winters, man. I just can't. They're long. They're dreary. They're cold. Give me that Florida sun. Give me that Florida sun. But yeah, man, appreciate it. And yeah, man, last night's game was fun. Last night's game was crazy, without question. But somehow I wake up in the morning and I'm good. We have no ill effects. I always prep before I go to sleep. On those streams, I take a few aspirin and I drink a Gatorade and I put my head down and I pass out. And I wake up and I'm like, all right, we made it. We survived another one of those things. Oh God, I hate winter, Bodo. I hate it. I can't stand it. It's not even the cold. I don't like the cold, but I don't really care. It's the constant lack of sunshine here. We'll go 3 weeks, 4 weeks in a row without seeing it. It's just crazy, especially March. March, you get about maybe 4 or 5 days of sun in March. It's an awful month. I don't, like I said, you give me 38 degrees and sunny. Like yesterday, it was nice. It was 46 and sunny. Like, give me that shit. I take it. All winter, it's just not what happens. But, again, I don't really expect big crowds are on these things, but hopefully as we go more and more, we do build up an audience. And obviously it's spring training, so it's really not that big of a deal, but I do want to start doing it. Bodo mentioned it before we went live that already opening day is Wednesday for the Yankees. They take on the San Francisco Giants. My hope is that the weather sucks and they have to postpone it to Thursday, because obviously the Lakers play on Wednesday. And we have to continue to go with Laker basketball, because the Lakers teams are must-see TV without question, must-see YouTube, whatever the fuck you want to call this. But it's going to be good. But Bodo's in the house. We love Bodo. Bodo loves this theme song. Bodo. Dire Giants fans in the house. El Shiva Jones. Goose! What's going on, Goose? Always good to see my guy, Goose. Hope you're doing well. Goose always putting in the work over on his channel. Go over there. Check out Goose Sports. He's definitely one of my first. It always kind of fluctuates between Goose and Cool Drummer as my first ever member. But he's either first or second. Goose, been around a long time. Like I said, man, I work hard. I know Goose works just as hard. He's always putting out content and streaming. So go over there, check out my guy, Goose. My guy, Goose. CM Punk, what's going on? And my guy, Hammer!
You can put it on the bar. Yes. Yes.
I wonder who drank more last night between me and Hammer. Mickey in the house. Star Wars says I'm a Philly fan. Well, welcome aboard. We love all, people of all fan bases are welcome here for sure. So let's go, baby. I'm kind of excited to see this. I've only done one spring training game, obviously. I covered the WBC, so I have seen Judge play, but I've not got to see Stanton swing the bat, or any of these guys for that matter, outside of Aaron Judge. So I'm looking forward to it. Again, it's spring training. It doesn't really matter. I can't believe it's Wednesday is opening day. I think the Yankees play. Do the Yankees, when the hell do the Yankees play? Let me see. They're in San Fran. They play Friday at 4:35. That bites the big one, man. I don't think the Lakers play Saturday, though. I'm almost sure they don't. So we'll be able to do that Yankees-Giants game on Saturday. Hopefully, like I said, the game gets rained out on Wednesday. You never know with San Fran. And then, we can do the game on Thursday. But Saturday, that'll definitely be my first Yankee game. And then really it depends on what the Lakers do. Now, the good thing is these opening days, the Yankees start on the West Coast. So depending on when the Lakers play, it's definitely possible for me to do Monday or Tuesday. They don't play till 9:40. So they play the Mariners. And those, it'd have to be Monday. I don't know how the hell do the Lakers play? The Lakers are getting near the end of their schedule here. Oh, I can't do either one. The Lakers play both on the 30th and 31st, so I can't do either one of those games. But we got all summer to do the Yankees, and we will. But obviously, right now, we have to continue to cover the Lakers. And the Yankees go to the Marlins, and again, the Yankees play every day, so. We'll be able to knock some stuff off here for sure. April 8th is a Wednesday. That's 7:05 against the Athletics. April 7th. That's April 7th is 7:05. But, we'll figure it out. They play every day, so we're gonna be able to do some Yankee games for sure. And I'm definitely looking forward to doing that. Let me put the screen up here, so we can give you the scores as they go. We scroll this down. And obviously, as we go along, I'll move this to whatever. I think I got everybody in here. James Vegas, what up? Dougie is scary. You're not going to have to worry about your heart being broken today. The games don't count. So, that's right. At least the Yankees wait till playoffs. It's true, Bodo. They have their bags packed and ready to go for opening day, they were showing. But oh my God. So if you live where I do and you live in the fucking great Northeast where the weather is just totally dreary and garbage and rainy and miserable and cold, take a look at that sky down there in Florida. Aaron Judge out there, sun's out, guns out. It's probably 80 degrees, 82. Sunny, warm. Why the hell does anybody live in New York? That's my question. Why does anybody live here? I mean, I have to. I work for the state, so I have to stay here till I'm retired. And like every other New Yorker, you work for New York, you get the New York State pension. You go to Florida, you don't get taxed on your pension. Isn't that great? And you get much better weather. That's why everybody does. That's why every New Yorker says, thank you, New York. Thank you for my career. Now I'm going down in Florida. I'm going to spend my money where like I said, no state taxes and much lower cost of living. And the weather is so much nicer down there. Ain't no snow down there. Maybe, depending on where you are. Northern Florida might get an inch now and again. Although this year, I think they got hit with a big storm once, which was crazy. But it's good. Great Shark going up. Bodo said he woke up at 6 o'clock this morning. I woke up about 9:30. No, Hammer, definitely no surfing for me. Definitely no surfing. But I can get used to living in a house or a condo down there and just sitting in my air conditioner, going out my front lawn and sitting on my front porch in January. Yeah, I wouldn't live in North Florida. It would be more in the middle of Florida. I definitely live more in the middle. The game is on yes. Yes, it is. For me, it's on yes. Bodo says it's on MLB Network. Obviously, if you're in my area, and you're in the New York area, the tri-state area, it's going to be on yes for you guys, or NBC Philadelphia, whatever Philadelphia's thing is. But B-Rog says, how about Sofa? Yeah, exactly. That's where I'd be, like middle or south. I don't even want to be up north, like in the Jacksonville area, where it can still get cold. I want to be in the middle of the state, at least. Definitely. I definitely want to be there. Bodo says sharks love dogs. I watch it. Bro, I ain't going in the ocean. I don't go in the ocean. When I would go to Puerto Rico, when I had vacation in Puerto Rico, I went about knee deep. That's it. That song by Zach Brown Band, which is a great song, by the way, Knee Deep. Wish it was knee deep in the water somewhere. Now, you know that song. That's all I do. Knee deep. I go knee deep into the ocean. That's about it. So it is. I don't like the ocean. I don't like natural bodies of water. I don't want to be in that shit. I don't want no sharks around me. I don't like the ocean. I don't mind the beach. And like I said, I might go in there and cool off and go back to the beach. I like the beach, but I'm not going swimming in it. I'll swim in my own pool. Kokomo is made up, isn't it? B-Rog says there's a house in my block for sale. I wish, bro. If B-Rog, it was up to me, I would have been out of here yesterday. I still got to put my time in, though, man. I'm still a good decade away from retirement. Wife hooked me up with the Dunkin' Donuts and getting ready to go here from sunny Florida. Yeah, Tropicana Park is garbage. I've been there a number of times. I wouldn't live in Tampa anyway. Tampa's not a very nice area. Like I said, I've been there. Yeah, Kokomo is not a real place. There goes Aaron. Let me give it a lineup for the Phillies. We see some, obviously, we have some WBC guys. Leading off, I'm DHing is Kyle Schwarber. Catcher JT Realmuto will bat second. First baseman Bryce Harper, who had the big 2-run homer in the 8th against Venezuela, which was all for naught, will bat third and play first. Third baseman Alec Bohm will clean up. Right fielder Adolis Garcia will bat 5th. Shortstop Edmundo Sosa will bat 6th. Center fielder Justin Crawford bats 7th. Left fielder Brian De La Cruz bats 8th. Second baseman Dylan Moore bats 9th. And on the mound for the Yankees today is Will Warren. St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg. The only thing I heard about, Orlando's another one, but I heard the traffic in Orlando was shit. And I don't like traffic. Of course, if I was retired, it wouldn't matter. But it is what it is. Let me see if this is updated yet. Let me refresh just to see so I can get the box score up there. I don't think it is updated yet. No, not quite. Not quite. Oh, are we updating it now? Yeah, there we go. Box score. There we go, guys. No, nothing's up there yet, but this will update eventually. I-4, yeah, I'd have to do some research. The other place I thought about moving was Myrtle Beach. I've always liked Myrtle Beach. Will Warren is Mr. Sky. What up? How can I be the GOAT when you're the GOAT? Will Warren's actually pitched well this spring. All right. I want Palm Beach. I'd have to figure it out, but Palm Beach sounds nice. The beach and palm trees. Pitches in there for a strike to lights right in my face. That's where when I got excited about Luke Kennard hitting a 3, I knocked the light off my desk. My hitting the desk. Kyle Schwarber. It'll be an 0-1 to Kyle, and it is inside. Move this over a little bit so it's not quite in my face. Feels very nice. I mean, it is crappy out, but it always feels good to do some stuff when the sun is above the horizon. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Filthy slider there by Will Warren. The count's 1-2. Schwarber, Real Muto, and Bryce Harper in the top of the first for Philadelphia. I get my stream deck up here just in case we need some sound effects, which I'm sure we will at some point. The 1-2 pitch. He laid off it. It is low, 2-2. Like I said, guys and girls, appreciate you tuning in on this Sunday. We had one hell of a stream last night. That was nuts. Not only me just getting ripped and my chat just being overly generous, just incredible generosity the last couple days, which, I really appreciate. Upstairs 3-2. But that game was awesome. And I got to, I haven't got to call a lot of game winners, but I got to call a couple. The Laker games have been fantastic, man. They've been really close. They've been really good, and the Lakers have been winning. So it's definitely been a lot of fun. The 3-2 pitch, one into the air to deep right field, back track, and it's off the base of the wall. Belly chases it down. Schwarber's in at second with a leadoff double. Where the hell was that against Venezuela, Kyle? So a good start here to the Phillies first. That'll bring up the catcher, JT Realmuto. Moo the Cowboy, thank you for liking and subscribing, brother. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. People had a blast. I went back to watch my reaction to the Kennard 3 just to see what people were saying in the chat. I always love that because I don't get to see it when I'm calling the game. I don't get to see the reaction of the chat when guys hit the big game winner like that. So that was fun. It was fun. Wait till the playoffs. The playoffs are going to be great. Hopefully the Lakers can make a run. Like I was saying last night, man, give me Lakers Knicks in the finals. That would be awesome. Unfortunately, we're going to have no Luka Doncic tomorrow because he's going to be suspended for picking up a 16th tee. Pitch is in there for a strike to Real Muto. The count is 0-1. Yeah, unfortunately, JT Real Muto, I didn't even know he got double teed up with Goga Badazzi, who was saying shit about Luka's family. And then Luka responded, he got double teed. So 16th technical, he is suspended. Pitch for a game on the corner. And Real Muto didn't like it. The count is 0-2. Real Muto is going to want that same pitch for Aaron Nola, who toes the rubber for Philadelphia today. I love calling baseball games. I love calling all the games I call, but there's just something about baseball, man. I don't know what it is. I enjoy it. The 0-2 pitch upstairs, 1-2. I like the fact that I do all the sports, and they're all outside of hockey because I can't call hockey. But outside, like they're all different paced, which is so much fun to me. They're all different. The 1-2 swung on and chopped foul outside of third. The count remains 1-2. You got basketball, which is incredibly high paced, high drama. It's constant back and forth. You got football, which, is it's a high impact sport. Every game means so much in the NFL, but you get that little, 20 to 30 second break in between plays. And baseball, you get a little break in between every pitch. So I just like the pacing of all the different games. But I always feel like when like I've said before, being a play-by-play guy was my dream. Vince Scully's my idol. I always envisioned myself, if I did it, calling radio baseball games. That was what I envisioned. Pitch swung on and fouled away. Will Warren having a hard time putting these batters away. Schwarber fought off a number of pitches and eventually doubled the right center. Real Muto is making Will Warren work here. I see Meredith Marakovitz. I know a lot of guys like Double M. I saw that Madeline Burke was leaving the Giants. I don't know where she's going to pitch. And that's called a ball. That was just called a strike. So the Yankees are going to challenge us. The ABS challenge. It's probably that's a strike. Here you go. I like it. Here you go. I like this. You know, Dire Giants fan has said it for a long time. These umpires and the referees need to be held accountable. I love that you can challenge a strike and then you see the strike zone and fuck you, ump. Automatically, we don't need to worry about them. That holds them accountable right away. Yeah, Luka does need to stop being soft. Pitch is low, 0-1 to Bryce Harper, who having a good spring, 364. Obviously struggling in the WBC, but he did have the big clutch short homer in the 8th. He's always been one of my favorite players. I've always loved Bryce Harper. Pitch, swung on and missed. The count is 1-1. I went to see the Nationals play Miami. I had great seats. We went for a doubleheader. We had a suite seats. It was amazing, the spread that they put on in the suite. It was hot as balls there. I bought a Bryce Harper t-shirt. I've always loved Bryce Harper. The 1-1 pitch in there for a strike. Harper said that was low. Harper's going to challenge us. I love this, man. Harper wants to challenge us. Now, we did see Escara raise the... Bryce, you're wrong, bro. Call's confirmed. It's 1-2. So umpire one way says I suck, and the other way is like I got it right. My guy terrorizing. That ball bounced up there. Gets away from Escara, but not much. Terrorizing. What up, brother? Time to play the game. No score in the top of the first. Schwarber on at second with 1 out. It'll be a 2-2 pitch to Bryce Harper. And Warren deals, and the pitch is swung and grounded right to second. Chisholm fires over to Rice. Schwarber advances a third with 2 outs, and then I'll bring up the third baseman, Alec Bohm. Tara Eisen says, sorry I missed most of the stream last night. I like to take part in the chat shenanigans with the shots and bathtub beers. Brother, I hate to tell you, but you missed a classic yesterday. Pitch, a big rip and a miss by Bohm. The count's on 1. I mean, not only the amount of shots that I had to do, which was like a record. I think I did 7 yesterday. A lot of shots. But the game, man, the buzzer beater by Kennard, that was insane. The 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. I don't like that they don't have the box on the screen. Like normally they have that strike zone box on the screen. Yes, doesn't have that. But it's quickly 0-2 here to Alec Bohm batting in the top of the first with a guy on third and 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch. That one didn't miss by much, and the Yankees say, I want a challenge. How many challenges do you get? That looked like a good pitch. Let's see. And here you go. You love it. I like this shit. Let's keep this around. This ABS is great. The Yankees have showed the umpire you don't know shit. The Phillies get no runs on 1 hit. Schwarber stranded at third. We'll go to the bottom of the first. The Phillies nothing. The Yankees coming to bat. This is like NFL. I mean, they don't count. Yeah. The only difference is the starters usually play a lot of the game, especially as you're getting ready to go into the regular season. The starters don't play at all the preseason game before the regular season in football. So they don't count, but you get a lot more of the starters in spring training than you do in football. So, we get to the. I'm gonna wait a little bit. We get to the. Don't worry, I've not forgotten. When we get to the 5th, I will give B-Rog his pound of flesh. I'll do my shot and chug my beer. Nick, true. You also do get to see some of the kids play. Although at this point of the year, a lot of them do, go down. But unfortunately, the Yankees really pissed me off. They send Jason Dominguez to AAA. Like, what the fuck? What are we doing with this young kid? I'm telling you right now, man. I'm telling you right now. The Yankees are going to screw around. They're going to end up trading Jason Dominguez. He's going to be 30-30 somewhere. He's going to be a 30-30 guy somewhere. They're going to mess him up. Why the hell did we pay Trent Grisham $22 million? Just play Jason Dominguez. He's supposed to be your top prospect. And one of them, why do the Yankees consistently bury their prospects in the minor leagues for a fucking dude that hit 230? And it was the first time in 5 years that he hit over 200 because he had 32 homers. Stupid. That's why the Yankees don't win championships, guys. Our GM don't know jack shit about jack shit. Aforementioned Grisham will lead off. Counts 1-0. The Yankees, Trent Grisham leads off, plays center. Right fielder Aaron Judge will bat second. The left fielder Cody Bellinger will bat third. Batting cleanup and playing first base is Ben Rice. The DH, Giancarlo Stanton, bats fifth. Jazz Chisholm bats sixth and plays second base. That pitch is fouled off by Grisham. The shortstop, Jose Caballero, who led the American League of 49 steals last year, will bat seventh. Third baseman, Ryan McMahon, another one of them Brian Cashman genius deals. Let me get a guy that hits 210 with a lot of power and strikes out 200 times, about eighth. And the catcher, J.C. Escarrow, will bat ninth. That pitch is upstairs 2-1 to Grisham. Grisham hitting a solid 162 without a home run here in the spring. It looks like a great signing by Brian Cashman. Now, we do know Ryan McMahon does play a good third base, though. We'll give him that. He does have a good glove over there. That pitch just swung on and lined foul by Grisham. The count's 2-2. Yeah, Trent Grisham bonds. Trent ass. Benzino, what's going on? Well, thank you for being here for your first baseball stream. I just don't understand the Yankees' thought process. I guess they never will. Grisham shaking out the hand as he had a weird swing at that. I guess the bat broke. So now they're looking at Grisham's finger. Did he cut his finger open on the bat? That was weird. Back kind of splintered. I don't know if it's splintered in his hand or whatever. They taped him up, and he's back in there from the left side of the box. Aaron Nola's on the mound for Philadelphia. The Phillies had three guys in the WBC for the United States. They had Nola on the mound, Schwarber, and Harper. Yankees had Aaron Judge. The pitch upstairs 3-2. One thing Grisham does do is work to count. I'll give him that. But again, why you give this guy $22 million and have a guy like Jason Dominguez stuck in the minors is beyond me. And Grisham hits a fly ball into the stands, left side out of play. The count remains full at 3-2. I'll be honest. I'd rather Caballero play than Anthony Volpe. I can tell you that right now. Bodo, you're absolutely right. They gave him $22 million. And that one just missed the plate. So Grisham does work the leadoff walk. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge. Yep. No. Saturday, Gray Charcoal. Saturday, I can do the game. Wednesday and Friday, the Lakers play, so I have to continue to cover the Lakers. But Saturday, we can do the Yankees. Pitch to Judge is in there for a strike. And the count is 0-1 to Aaron. Obviously had a very bad game, the last game of the WBC, which, again, that stigma of not being a clutch player continues to haunt him. He was over 3 with 3 strikeouts in that game. It'll be an 0-1 to Judge, and he takes it in there for a strike, and the count's quickly 0-2 to Aaron. No score here in the bottom of the first. Trent Grisham's on with a leadoff walk for the Yanks. Aaron Judge at the plate. I don't blame you, Hammer. The pitch. Judge swings and misses strike 3, so he's down on 3 pitches. Nola pulled the string, and Judge is way out in front. Yeah, man, congrats on your Longhorns, baby. They're trudging through, man. Survive in advance, Hammer. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Judges, well, he can stay in WBC form in March, man, as long as he starts playing like Jaron Judge in the regular season. That's what I'm hopeful for. His WAR is terrible and it doesn't translate. I just like Harper. But you're right. I like the way he plays the game, but he's old now. I mean, Harper's up there in age at this point. He's got to be pitch into the air to shallow left. Second baseman now going to be called off by the right fielder. That is Adolis Garcia making the catch, belly with a high pop. And there's 2 away in the Yankee first. That'll bring up the first baseman, Ben Rice. Yankees pretty much running it back from last year. A team that did not get out of the ALDS. A team that hasn't won a championship in 16 years. Brian Cashman says, let's keep bringing the same guys back. Pitch is low. Figures, what the hell? We're not good enough to ever win a World Series. Let me keep bringing back the same players and then sit there and tell the fans, tell me how it's not a championship roster. Well, asshole, we haven't won in a fucking decade and a half. That's how you know it's not a championship roster, you fucking clown. Cash clown. I can't stand him. The 1-0 pitch. Squibbed. It's going to be a tough play. Third baseman charges, fires, and he got Rice by a step. Good play there by Bohm at third. The Yankees waste a leadoff walk. They leave one. We've played one. We'll go to the top of the second. No score. That's the whole thing, Bodo. As long as in the college basketball tournament, you just got to get hot at the right time. That's it. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. And anything can happen in one game. That's what makes that tournament so great. I don't really know if there's any Cinderellas going on. I know Bodo said there's like no upsets yesterday. I know there wasn't any. Yeah, yesterday was on Friday. I know there was no upsets. I don't know about yesterday. But I mean, Siena scared the shit out of Duke, man. They scared the shit out of Duke. And if Siena wasn't so tired and actually rebounded the basketball at the end of the game, I think Siena would have won that game. I'm being completely honest. I think Siena would have won had they been able to rebound. Purdue's up in Miami right now, 45-42. What happened yesterday? Let me look around here. The scores from yesterday. Bringing this up here. Michigan crushed St. Louis. Michigan State beat Louisville. I told you guys, man, people were like, TCU is going to beat Duke. And I was like, Duke is going to blow TCU out. They did 81-58. Usually a team like that gets a scare from a 16 seed and they really clamp down. Texas was able to knock off Gonzaga 74-68. And then the other ones, man, a couple blowouts. Houston crushed Texas A&M. Illinois destroyed VCU. Nebraska won a close game against Vanderbilt, and Arkansas knocked off the 12th seed. High Point 90-48. Hammer, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think your Longhorns are the lowest seed left, depending on what happens today. There's no double-digit seed today. So, Hammer, your Longhorns are actually the longest seed right now at 11. Only double-digit seed left in the tournament. Pitch is fouled away here by Garcia. It's going to be Adolis Garcia, Edmundo Sosa, and Justin Crawford for Philadelphia. I didn't have a hangover, John. I felt great this morning. Pitch swung on the ground to the short. Caballero throws it over there to Rice. One away here in the Phillies fourth. No hangover, man. I take precautions. Not to mention the game was early last night. So I was out by 10 o'clock. The stream was over. Went upstairs and ate some. I had a late dinner. And then, like I said, before I go to bed, I drink a Gatorade, take some aspirin. We're 100% good to go. 100% good to go. Pitch outside. 1-0. 1 out and nobody on the top of the second. The Yankees and Phillies doing battle here. Pitch in there for a strike. Count 1-1. Opening day begins this week for Major League Baseball. The Yankees will travel to San Francisco, take on the Giants on Wednesday. Don't know where the Phillies play their first game or who they play. That pitch is inside. The count's 1-1. I'm sorry, it's 2-1. Will Warren threw 162 in the third innings last year, the most by Yankees rookie since Ivan Nova. Wow, that name is a name from the blast of the past. That pitch is upstairs. 3-1 here to Sosa with 1 out and nobody on in the Phillies second. Ivan Nova. God. I can't believe that was 15 years ago when Ivan Nova pitched for the Yankees. 3-1. Big rip and a miss. Didn't get the high fastball. Count 3-2 to Sosa. Yeah, Ivan Nova that is a blast from the past, man. That is a blast from the past. It'll be a payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Blew a fastball right by him. So Sosa down on strikes. 2 away here in the Phillies second. Aldo Nova. I know him too. Aldo Nova had that big one-hit wonder. I think it was 1983 or whatever with Fantasy. That was a good one. That pitch is in there for a strike to Justin Crawford. Count is 0-1, 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the second for the Phillies. The 0-1 pitch incoming, and it's in there for a strike. The count is quickly 0-2. God, man, I don't want to go back to work tomorrow. Work is brutal. I got to go back to work. When you're off for a week and you got to go back and catch up on all your emails, that takes me a good half a day. 0-2. Tomahawk foul. The count remains 0-2. I always dread going back to work after a week off. And then, like I said, looking at all them damn emails. It's pain. It's a pain. It's pain in the arse. It'll be an 0-2 pitch. Warren Diaz swung on and shot the Caballero. Nice 2 hopper. Fields fires, throws the Rice. And that will retire the side. The Phillies go in order in their half of the second. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Stanton, Chisholm, Caballero do it for the Yankees. No score. I've had that song stuck in my head for the last couple of days for some reason. It'll be stuck in my head now, bro, because I haven't heard that in a long time, but I love that song. Robert Boompa says Harper will hit a long ball. Well, we'll see. We will see. I am a big fan of Bryce Harper. Always have been. Should have been a Yankee. Should have been a Yankee, not a Philly. Brian Cashman should have ponied up the money and made Bryce Harper a Yankee. That left-handed bat in Yankee Stadium in Harper's prime, that would have been amazing. But not us. Aaron, what's good, buddy? How you doing, man? Always good to see my guy Aaron Jones in the house. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't. Hopefully you'll subscribe. Again, I know it's just spring training, but I do plan on doing a lot of Yankee games. Not going to be able to do any till Saturday because the Lakers play Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week. The Yankees have opening night on Wednesday in San Fran. I'm hoping that maybe the game gets rained out and they got to push it back to a Thursday. That would be perfect. I don't really know if it rains in San Francisco. I know it's cold in San Francisco, but I don't know if it rains there. But Saturday night, we can probably get a Yankees-Giants game in there. And then, like I said, we have all summer to cover this. So, we get it. The NBA playoffs or whatever, they end in June. And then we still got half season for baseball where I can do, like I said, I still plan on doing one a week. But hopefully we can do 2 a week. I definitely want to do a lot more Yankee stuff. I don't know why I don't. I said I get a lot of new subscribers. People seem to enjoy the videos or the live streams, and why I don't do more of them, I don't know. But we got to make a concerted effort to get more Yankee stuff up here. Yeah, Dar Giants fan will never sell a team. Pitch in there for a strike to Giancarlo. Count is 0-1. Yankees are worth like $9 billion. Stanton has got 4 homers in 9 games this spring. One of my favorite Yankees. Everybody knows I'm a Big G fan without question. Big G's one of my favorites. Dude just kills the ball when he actually hits it. And he hits it in the air to right field and foul out of play. And that reaches the top row. It's 0-2 to Big G leading off the bottom of the second. Stanton, Jazz, and Caballero for the Yanks in a scoreless tie. It'll be an 0-2 to Big G. The pitch. Low and outside, 1-2. Triple Crown Racing. That's Kentucky Derby. Well, this is the last year they're going to have the Belmont at Saratoga Racecourse because Belmont's now been repaired. Whatever they were doing to fix the track down there. 1-2, way outside, 2-2. But the Belmont has run here for in Saratoga for a few years. And boy, you want to talk about just an insane fucking week where I live, dude. Traffic is ungodly during that week. That brings in all the high rollers, the Belmont. You ain't getting a ticket to the Belmont, man. 2-2 pitch. Stanton swings and misses strike 3. It was a hanging breaking ball that was off the plate, and Stanton missed it, 1 down. But I can't imagine, like normally you go to Saratoga, you go to the track, they allow you to bring in whatever you want. You just can't bring in glass. But you can bring in food. You can bring in a cooler with food. All the food you want, all the beverages you want, you can bring in whatever you want. During the Belmont, not allowed. You can bring in a purse. That's it. And you can't bring outside food or beverage. I can't imagine what that shit costs. Pitch is upstairs to Chisholm, and the count is 1-0 to Jazz. Says he's going 50-50 this year. In the spring, he's hitting a solid 227 with 1 homer. So, yep, he's right on pace. In there for a strike, 1-1. Normally, you go to Saratoga any given day, and it's $20 for a turkey sandwich there. It's $14 for a beer. It's insanity, the prices. I can't imagine. Belmont, they're probably doubled. 1-1, way outside, 2-1. Not to mention Saratoga, I think it's like $5 for admission or $7 for admission, whatever it is. Belmont's probably like $50 for admission in there. That's just to get into the park. The 2-1 upstairs, 3-1. Ben Rice is your favorite? Yeah. Ben platoons with Goldie. 3-1. And Jazz started to walk to first, and he's going to challenge us. I don't know why. That was a strike, Jazz. I don't know what the hell he was looking at. Pitcher's a strike, and it is a strike, so get your ass back in there. The Yankees have 1 challenge remaining. They've taken like 16 challenges in this one. Great charcoal. That's probably right. I mean, that's about what a beer is at Yankee Stadium. Like $15, $16. They kill you. Sporting event kills you. The amount of money that concessions are. 3-2, swung on and hit in the air, shallow center. Coming in is the center fielder Crawford. He makes the catch. Good at bat there by Jazz, going 50-50 this year. And that might have been a home run in a Little League park. Maybe Jazz thought he was playing in Little League and figured he could go 50-50 against 14-year-olds. That'll bring up Jose Caballero, who will be the Yankees starting shortstop when the season begins, as Anthony Volpe, who the Yankees said was such a great prospect, is absolute trash. Like most of the Yankee prospects who they think are really good are never good because their scouting department is probably the worst in Major League Baseball. Pitch is off the plate, 1-0. The Masters, that pitch is swung and foul back. The Masters is probably crazy. Probably a crazy thing to go to. Kentucky Derby is probably also an insane event. I can never do that, though. Too many people, which is why I would never go to the Belmont either. I don't like big crowds like that. 1-1 outside, 2-1. I like my personal space. So when I go to the track, it's usually like on a Wednesday or Thursday when nobody's in there and I can walk around. We just get seats in the grandstands just in case it rains or it's really hot. That way we can get out of the heat or the rain. 2-1. That was low. I thought that was low. Call a strike. Caballero doesn't challenge. That counts 2-2. But I like to go in the middle of the week to Saratoga because for me, it's just the experience. I'm not really big on. I got to see like the best horses. That pitches off the plate 3-2, which is also why I don't go to the Travers. The Travers Stakes has the best horses. It has their Triple Crown horses. It's a huge deal, the Travers, but the crowd. Ugh. Also, the price of shit's really high during the Travers too. 3-2, swung on and hit in the air to left field, back in front of the track. And making the catch is De La Cruz. And that retires side. That's about as far as Caballero can hit it. No runs, no hits. Somebody left for the Yankees in the wrap of the second. We'll go to the top of the third. No score. There is a lot of down, especially it's like a half an hour between races, Bodo. So there's definitely a lot of downtime at the track, but that's the thing. You just, especially in Saratoga, man, it's just such a beautiful area, but you know, they run from the beginning of July through the beginning of September. You're not getting better weather. It's going to be hot, but you're not going to get better weather here. And, you know, a lot of times it's not super hot. It's like in the 80s and that's perfect. You go there, July and August are very sunny months here. It's about 80 degrees. Like I said, you sit in the grandstand, you get out of the sun. It's gorgeous. Just sit there, beautiful blue skies. It's a gorgeous racetrack, and you enjoy the scenery. You can walk around. There's a lot of concessions there. There's stuff to look at. You just walk around the park. It's an experience. It's an experience. Say it all. You go down to New York City and then go to Saratoga. That you would think you're in two different states. Yep, Brian, you got it right, brother. He says business as usual for Yanks. All top prospects back to the minors, and all old fogies on the roster. 100% correct, sir. 100% correct. Stupid. Well, Hammer at Saratoga, man, they call it the graveyard of favorites. You're usually better off betting the second betting favorite as opposed to the favorite. Like you get a good 6-5 horse at Saratoga, they're usually not going to win. The 7-2 horse will win. It's just the way it goes. Pitch is in there for a strike to De La Cruz. It'll be Brian De La Cruz, Dylan Moore, and Kyle Schwarber for the Phillies in their half of the third. Pitch, whip, right at the third baseman. McMahon makes the catch, and there's one away. Here's the second baseman, Dylan Moore. He'd make a perfect Yankee. He's hitting .219 with no homers and a .566 OPS. He'd hit about sixth in our lineup. Pitch is upstairs, 1-0. I already know I'm going to be frustrated with the Yankees this year. Nothing changes here. Nothing changes. We'll beat the shit out of the White Sox and the A's and, the Pirates. Looked low. They call it a strike count, 1-1. I'll beat up on those teams. And then when we play teams like the Blue Jays and the Mariners, the Astros, we'll lose. Pitch is low and away, 2-1. I agree. I don't understand what they signed Brian Grisham for. $22 million for what, Brian? He hit under 200 4 straight years before last year. It'll be a 2-1. Just play Dominguez. That pitch is in there for a strike, 2-2. And more with a fuck as he took that pitch. Exactly, Jay Snow. It pissed me off. Brian Cashman says, Toby Oates on a championship roster. He checked the swing. He went around. He gone. That was a beautiful pitch, and he knew it. What's this guy doing? He's challenging it, but this wasn't as called a. But what wasn't that called a swing? I thought so. It's a ball, but I thought he swung at it. All right, well, I take that back. It's not a strikeout. It's 3-2. My bad. I thought they called him out of the swing. But you guys, I don't know if you were here at the beginning of this stream when I said Brian Cashman is a fucking clown, dude. It'll be a 3-2. Fouled straight back. Good swing. The count remains 3-2. Brian Cashman says Toby Oates on a championship roster. Well, like I said at the top of the show, hey, asshole, you ain't won a World Series in 17 years. That's all I can tell you. It's on a championship roster. You ain't won shit since 2009. Pitch. Swung on the ground to the third. It's McMahon on the roller. Fires across the diamond to Rice, 2 away. But just tell me, I mean, what are we talking about? What do you mean, Toby? Oh, it's not. History will tell you it's not, dickhead. It ain't like you won 2 or 3 years ago. It's not like you beat the Dodgers in that World Series. You could say, hey, look at we got, it's a world championship team. And you could say, yes, you're right. They ain't won anything in over a decade and a half. That's how we know it's not a championship roster. All these guys are another year older. Pitch in there for a strike to Schwarber, who doubled his first at bat. He's only hitting the game for either team. 2 out, somebody on top of the third. Janice, my lady. Best mashup there is. What's going on, my lady? How are you? It'll be a 1-1. I do too. 1-1. Swung on and grounded to first. Rice down to the knee. Takes it himself. That's 3 unassisted in your playbook. And the Phillies go in order in their half of the third. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Go to the bottom of the third, no score. I just wish Steinbrenner would fire Brian Cashman. That's what I wish. We need a good, young GM here. Need a good, young GM. We get to the 5th. I got to do a shot of beer. I owe that from yesterday. I haven't forgotten. I'm just procrastinating. I'm just procrastinating. Tara Rising says, I love Janice's interest. It's a good one, man. I didn't even know that mashed up like that. Honestly, I just saw More Than a Woman. It was just so when it mashed up, I'm like, oh, that's the one. That shit's great. Yankees AJ says, come on, Warren the GOAT. Will Warren's not bad, man. He's not bad. The Yankees pitching's not going to be awful. Like, I still don't trust their bullpen. Their bullpen, I don't trust their pen so much. But I don't think their starting pitching's bad. I just don't like the Yankee offense, and I haven't for some time. There's too many empty at-bats. There's too many low average hitters in this lineup. Judge obviously hits for a high average. He's won a batting title. He's hit over 300 a bunch of times. He's a high average hitter. Bellinger, Belly's going to give you 270 to 290. He's solid. I wish we had a lineup of Cody Bellingers. But then you look at it, Stanton's really streaky. So Stanton's probably closer to a 240 hitter, but Stanton can also carry you for 2 weeks when he gets hot. Stanton's a guy that can hit 7 home runs in 2 weeks easily. So he can carry you. Jazz Chisholm's a 230 hitter. Jose Caballero, again, probably a 250 hitter. McMahon is a 210 hitter. Austin Wells is a 210 hitter. Grisham is a 200 hitter. Then they all strike out a shitload of times. So there's too many of those low average, high strikeout guys in this lineup. You can't win a World Series with that many empty at bats. That pitch is fouled away by McMahon. The count's 0-1. Just look at the playoffs last year. Aaron Judge had a great playoff. He hit like 500 in the postseason, but nobody in the Yankees, nobody else hit over like 210. It'll be an 0-1 to McMahon. He takes upstairs. Aaron Nola's back out there for the Phillies. He's throwing 33 pitches. Obviously, Nola's going to be the opening day starter for Philadelphia, I would imagine. So probably going to get his work in here and get ready to go. They'll probably get him 80 pitches, I would imagine. Pitches ripped foul by McMahon. The count's 1-2. McMahon, Escara, and back to the top of the order, Trent Grisham for the Yanks. Jay Snow, I'm with you 100%, buddy. I'd rather these guys have a higher on-base percentage than hit 220 with 26 home runs. I want Dominguez to play. I don't know why the hell they sent him down. It doesn't make sense. Pitches upstairs 2-2. I'm telling you, man, they're going to screw around with Dominguez. They're going to trade him, and he's going to be a 30-30 guy for another team. He needs to play 140 games a year. He's got too much talent. 2-2. Off the plate, 3-2. McMahon, yeah, I don't get it. The one thing I'll say about Ryan McMahon, he is a really good fielder, and the Yankees really struggle in the infield. Like their fielding is not really good. He's a very good fielder at third base. I'll give him that. It'll be a 3-2 to McMahon. He ripped it right off of Nola's glove. That's going to be a base hit. Nola got some leather on it, but it deflected out the shortstop where nobody was. So McMahon leads off the third with a single, and that'll bring up the catcher J.C. Esqueda. Yankees' first hit of the day. No, I agree, bro. I'm not arguing. $16 million for a glove is rough. I completely agree. Oh, Anthony, without question. I said that the whole time. The WBC reminded me of the Yankees. Guys on base, never get them in. The pitch in there for a strike, counts 0-1. Janice says, my son and his wife were taking their boat to the lake today. You see how nice that sounds? Not that I'm near a lake or have a boat. It just, taking the boat to the lake just screams of warm, sunny weather. We don't get that in New York at this time of year. 0-1 pitch. Runner goes, throw, got him by a mile. McMahon didn't even reach the damn bag. McMahon didn't even get to second base, and he is thrown out. That's a fucking joke.
Holy Jesus. What the fuck is that?
What the hell were they doing there? Seriously. I don't understand. I don't get what the hell the Yankees were doing there. And then Esquera strikes out in 3 pitches. This team is I know it's spring training, man, but come on. What in the hell are we doing, man? What are we doing? I kind of feel like calling a basketball game. I should just take the day off because I got to freaking work tonight. But I just wonder, what do we got? You got any good games today? Nah, nothing out there. Pitch, swung on and ripped. And it's past the dive of the second baseman, Dylan Moore. So Grisham is on for a second time. Again, Grisham hitting that big 162 in the. Well, the only thing I could say for Grisham is hopefully he got all those. I mean, that probably should have been caught. I don't know what Dylan Moore was doing at second base there. Knicks and Wizards at 7:30. I'm just gonna I gotta just take the day off. I gotta go back to work tomorrow. If I didn't have to work, they're gonna run again. And that hits Grisham and goes into the left field, but Grisham's going to stay put. So the Yankees get a steal. Hopefully Grisham, like I said, man, hopefully he gets these bad at-bats out and he comes out of the gate hitting. You don't need all your guys to hit at one time. You'd like them to be up and down the lineup, some hitting, some not. So you don't go all or nothing. But the Yankees are such an all or nothing lineup, which is why their offense can look completely stagnated when they're not hitting home runs. It'll be a 1-0 to Judge. Grisham in scoring position. Low 2-0 to Judge. You're probably going to work around Judge and pitch to Belly, although Belly's a lefty. I know Judge has the stigmatism on him of not being a clutch hitter, but I don't give a shit. I absolutely love watching Aaron Judge hit. Love it. 2-0. Big swing and a miss. Count 2-1. I know I've told the story before. My son was born in 2017, the year that Judge really made a name for himself. He had 52 homers. My kid was just born, but I swear to God, every time Judge would come up to the plate, my kid would just stare at the television. He wasn't doing it for any other batter, just Judge. The 2-1 outside 3-1. So I thought about getting him an Aaron Judge onesie, but I was like, he's going to grow out of that in like a month, so I didn't bother. But I'll never get him, man. My kid would literally just stare at the TV when Aaron Judge would hit. Kind of like I do now. You don't want to miss this guy's at bat. 3-1 low. So they did not really mess around with Judge. Pretty much intentional walk. That'll bring up the left fielder, Cody Bellinger. Grish does look like he has the porn stash without question. Harper is playing, Anthony. Yes, Harper is playing today. Bryce is, he'll lead off. I'm sorry, he won't lead off. He's hitting third today for Philadelphia. That's exactly it, Charcoal. You need a more balanced lineup. The Yankees don't really have that. Here is Belly. The Yankees with a couple of, they got a couple hits in this inning and now a walk. They have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Nola deals a Bellinger. It's off the plate, 1-0 to Cody. I was glad that the Yankees got Cody back. I've always liked Cody Bellinger. I liked him with the Dodgers. Loved him with the Dodgers. It'll be a 1-0 to Cody. I was glad they got him back. I like him. Outside 2-0 because he's just a ball player. I mean, he's got pop. He's a 270, 280 hitter. He's going to give you solid defense. I mean, he's not a plus defender, but he's a ball player. Cody's a ball player. You want ball players on your team. This guy can play. It'll be a 2-0 to Bellinger. Big swing and a miss. It doesn't get it. Count 2-1. The NFL draft is April 23rd, I believe, which means I'll probably take April 24th off of work. It's a Friday. I'll probably just take a sick day. Do some videos, maybe a live stream Friday morning. 2-1. Belly grounds it right back to Nola. Picks it up. Flips to first. Threat is ended, and so are the Yankees. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We've played 3 full. We'll go to the top of the 4th. Yankees are in midseason form. No score. Andrew, what's going on? Yeah, exactly, man. He was really good with Los Angeles till he got hurt. But I like Cody. Mike G, what's going on, man? Appreciate you all tuning in. I got one more inning before I don't know if B-Rog is still in here, but before I got to pay off B-Rog's shot and beer, I'm just, like I said, just procrastinating. That stream last night was like, this is amazing. I could drink that much and still give what I thought was a fantastic call on that buzzer beater. I went back and watched it, man. It was funny. It's funny. I got a couple really good ones, man. Reeves, You know, the game tying shot and then the game winner against Denver, that was great. Last night's game, I was so mad. Like, I haven't been that aggravated at the Lakers in a long time. I just don't think the Magic are like a very good team. They're not bad, but I feel like the Lakers they're up 37-23, and they should have ran away with that game. And they played terrible for like 2.5 quarters where they weren't rebounding. They were turning the ball over. They were taking bad shots. I was getting pissed. And then they had an opportunity there at the end, and he hit that shot. That was awesome. That's why I don't run ads during my live streams, man. That's why I don't do it. If I imagine that play is going on and Google's like, this is a good time to show an ad, and you know, you got 1,600 people in there and 1,000 of them miss it because YouTube said this is a good time to run an ad. I don't want that. I've said that before. I forego all the ad revenue, man. That's not important to me. I want people to enjoy the streams, and I want to give you the best play-by-play, and I want people to see reactions like that. I don't give a shit about getting paid ad revenue. Pitch, rip. Oh, what a play by McMahon to the backhand. Gets up and fires. What a play by Ryan McMahon. Stealing a double from Realmuto. $16 million, maybe a lot for a glove. But this is why you play him. And that was a tough hop. He went to the backhand and threw a P over there to Ben Rice. Great play by Ryan McMahon. Thank you, Janice. Yeah, it was touch and go there for a while. I was feeling it. But the last play was good. That pitch is not going to count. We had a timeout. Oh, you know how it goes then, Martin. You know how it goes, bro. I can't stand that shit. I hate it. Seahawks Eddie, what's up, brother? It's frustrating, Martin. It really is. When you keep running the same team back, you got that pitch is in there for a strike. Escara didn't feel the ball. It's 0-1. But it's frustrating when you're not getting the ultimate goal. You're really not advancing. And then you bring the same players back. It's like, why are you doing this? You have to make some kind of improvement. You got to do something different, which is why I like what the Giants are doing. They're doing a lot of shit differently. Pitch is fouled away quickly, 0-2 to Bryce. Harper's 0 for 1. One out top of the fourth. Nobody on here for Philadelphia. Nobody has scratched a run across home plate yet through 3. 0-2. Swung on and missed. Bryce Harper down on strikes. Two-way here in the Philly fourth. Lakers definitely need a center. I screamed about that too. They need a traditional big. DeAndre Ayton can be effective. I mean, he can give you a double-double, but he's not an intimidator. The Lakers need an intimidator in the paint. Like, they need a JaVale McGee, a Dwight Howard pitches in there for a strike to Alec Boehm. 0-1. The Lakers need that guy. They need a guy that's going to block shots. If nothing else, he's going to give you a really hard foul if you go in there. Like, Dwight Howard would kill you if you went into the paint. That pitch just missed. The count is 1-1. But they could also get you rebounds and they could block shots and they would foul the shit out of you. They don't need to be an offensive threat. You know, you got Reeves, LeBron, and well, you're not gonna have LeBron next year, but you got Reeves and Luka. That's plenty of offense. That pitch is swung on and hit in the air deep, and bad cam work there, but going over to make the catch in center field is Grisham. And that will retire the side. So the Phillies go on order again in their half of the fourth. Will Warren has pitched 4 solid innings. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning, no score. Yeah, hit that thumbs up, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Who do I want the Giants to draft? Sonny Styles is the guy that I want, but if he's not there, like I really am not I don't really want them to draft Jeremiah Love, but I'm warming up to it more if that's the direction they decide to go, but not if Styles is available. The best case scenario would be somebody wanted to trade up for Jeremiah Love, and the Giants could trade back and still get a really good wide receiver or a right guard and add some picks. That'd be the best case scenario. I haven't eaten all day today. Sunday's usually my day where I fast because, Saturday's my cheat day. I don't usually eat anything most of the day during Sunday, so I haven't had anything. The only calories I had were in that coffee. That's about it. But I don't usually eat on Sundays till nighttime. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, James, we'll do mock drafts on we'll do some mock drafts on Giants Collective. I know we will. My channel, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I'm tough. Name that Yankee. Oh, it's an easy one. It's Aaron Boone. That's an easy one. 263,017 hits, 126 home runs, 2,000 Yankees. It's a one. That's the easiest one you're going to get. It's Aaron Boone. Name that Yankees Aaron Boone. I'm usually really good at these anyway, but you're not getting an easier one than that. He only has his managerial job because of that home run against Wakefield. Aaron Boone didn't do jack shit for the Yankees outside of that. Fucking guy struck out in the 11th inning of Game 4 of the 2003 World Series with the bases loaded. The Yankees should have won that and been up 3-1 in the World Series, but not with Aaron Boone. 1-0 is inside to Rice. 2-0. Middle of the order for the Yankees. Rice, Stanton, Jazz, Chisholm, 4, 5, and 6. No score in the bottom of the 4th. It'll be a 2-0 pitch. Popped up. Big swing down to a knee, and the right fielder coming over to make the play is Adolis Garcia. So there you go. 2-0 pitch. Let me swing as hard as I can for the fence, get myself way out in front, end up on my knee, and hit a weak pop-up. That is the Yankees hitting approach, guys. Swing for the fence every single fucking pitch. Yeah, he blew out his knee or his Achilles, whatever it was, and we ended up with A-Rod. So that's the other good thing that Aaron Boone did. He got hurt, and we ended up with A-Rod. That was one of the other thing that he did. Hit a home run, and then we ended up with A-Rod because he's an idiot. Boone. Pitch is in there for a strike, count 0-1. That was great. We ended up, I hear a train outside. I do live near a train track, so I can hear the train going by right now. 0-1. Huge foul off the end of the bat. It'll be quickly 0-2 to Giancarlo Stanton. That's why I love the dono trains. I just like the sound of the choo-choo, baby. Choo-choo. Yeah, exactly. Terrorizing. Championship caliber baseball. The 0-2. Outside 1-2. 1-2. Pretty much. Pitch. Up and away. 2-2. Top 4 teams. Really, the Dodgers are 4th. I would have never known that, Bodo, because it always seems to me like the Dodgers get their runs in. 2-2. Rip. Base hit left field. Stanton runs like he's carrying a piano on his back, so he's going to stop at first. He hit the living piss out of that ball. I actually saw a streak of piss as it went by the dive of Alec Boehm. Stanton has no knees and no hips, but God, he can hit the ball. Team USA, as long as Boone's not managing the Yankees, he can manage a WBC. Pitch. Outside 1-0. I'll be honest, Bodo, I probably didn't notice you bitching because I was doing my own bitching about the Yankees leaving guys on base. So I probably didn't even notice because I was doing my own bitching about the Yankees. The 1-0 to Jazz upstairs. It's 2-0 to Chisholm. Nola is still out there for the Phillies. Stanton is on at first. He has less than no speed. It'll be a 2-0 to Jazz, who will probably try to park one in the seats. He'll swing as hard as he can on this one. It'll be a 2-0, and he doesn't swing because it's inside. It's 3-0 to Jazz. Jose Caballero awaits on deck. It'll be a 3-0 pitch. And in there for a strike, count 3-1. You know what? Because there's not a lot of people in here, I actually think I'm going to save my beer and my shot for tomorrow night's basketball game with the Lakers. We need more of an audience when we slam that home. So I think we're going to push that back to tomorrow. Pitch in there for a strike, 3-2. I think that's a good idea. We definitely want more of an audience when we throw those back, because people find that shit entertaining. Well, we're gonna owe that. We'll pay that off tomorrow. I think that's better. Early game too, man. They play at 7, so I'll be live at 6:45. Sucks that Luka's not going to play against the Pistons. It'll be a 3-2 pitch. Stanton's not going to go anywhere. He doesn't, and it's low. So Jazz works a walk, and Yankees have a 1-out rally. And then I'll bring up the shortstop, Jose Caballero. Yankees with runners at first and second, with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Leo, what's going on? Terminator, what up? A couple let's go Yankees. Let's go, baby. Baseball for real this coming week. Hopefully, like I said, the Yankees hoping their first game gets rained out so that we can do it on Thursday. Pitch. Caballero pops it up. That's not really a pop-up. It's a pretty deep fly ball to center field, and making the catch is Crawford. Stanton actually went to third. I don't believe Stanton actually advanced. I'm guessing he took the Phillies by surprise, because it doesn't make sense to make the last out of third. I remember getting all over God, what was the guy's name? I don't remember. On the Dominican Republic team for making that out. Terrorizing, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Let's go, brother.
Thank you for being a friend.
Appreciate you. He says, I got to go, but I appreciate you, Bad Dog. I've learned so much about baseball since listening to these streams. I appreciate you, buddy, and all that you do for my channel. You're the man. And yeah, man, if anybody can learn anything about baseball from listening to me babble on, of course, I'm grateful for that. It'll be an 0-1 to Ryan McMahon. Singled in the 3rd. Again, Ryan McMahon having a solid spring, hitting 163 with a 400 OPS. That's exactly why you pay him $16 million. That's what you trade for this guy for. Low average, tons of strikeouts, good glove, and some power. Total Yankee ball player right there, Ryan McMahon. This is what Brian Cashman loves. The analytics have not added up for the Yankees in 15 years, and he's like, fuck it, let's just keep doing it because it works so well every year. It'll be an 0-1 to McMahon, and that one's in there for a strike, and the count's quickly on 2. Good curveball there by Aaron Nola. And the Yankees are going to challenge. That was a strike. I don't know what he's babbling about. It was not a strike. Oh, shit. So, good challenge by McMahon. Missed by an inch. It's really tough to tell. There's no box there, so I can't see. It'll be a 1-1 now. Big difference, though, between 1-1 and 0-2. You better make something of this at bat for doing that, McMahon. And he grounds it. There it is, up the middle, a base hit to center field. So McMahon comes through. And going to third is Jazz Chisholm. And the Yankees are on the board first. They lead 1-0. Ryan McMahon took the same pitch that he saw the last time. This one was up a little bit more from Nola, and he grounded right back up the middle, which is where you're supposed to hit the damn ball. You don't need to hit it hard. Just hit them where they ain't. That's what he did there, and Stanton crosses the plate. And the Yankees have runners at the corners with 2 outs and 1 in. That'll bring up the catcher, J.C. Escarra, who struck out on 3 pitches his first at bat. Nola about to deal. Swung on and hit foul. Count 0-1. Now McMahon for 2 weeks. I hope that's right. I hope he gets a lot of hits. I hope that these Yankee slumbering bats, Jay Snow. I hope that the slumbering bats between McMahon and Grisham. Hopefully they're getting all their shitty at bats out of the way and they come out hot. That'd be nice. It'll be an 0-1 to JC, and he swings and hits a base hit right field. Jazz was going to come in to score. Holding on at second is McMahon. It's an RBI single for J.C. Escarra. Yankees lead 2-0. So something you don't see a lot from the Yankees, a couple of 2-out RBI singles. It's incredible for the Yanks. That's more RBI singles at 2 outs than they usually have in a month. 7-pointer just walked through my yard. Hope he comes back this fall. Guy Hammer, you'd love to talk. You would love to talk of my brother-in-law, bro. He's a big deer hunter, my brother-in-law. Big deer hunter. And like I said, he makes some kick-ass venison burgers, my brother-in-law, man. This shit's really good. I've never been a venison guy, but whatever the hell, like I said, he just knows how to strain it, age it. He just knows what he's doing, so it's not so gamey. Plus, like I said, he mixes a little bit of pork in there, so it's not so dry. Shit's amazing. The venison sliders are the shit. They're good stuff. Boubacar Zeta, what up, brother? Yankees still threatening with 2 outs, and Grisham swings and misses. Grisham's had a perfect day. He singled and walked. Count is 0-1 to Trent. 2 on, 2 out, 2 in for the Yanks. They lead 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Nola about to deal. And the pitch inside 1-1. Yankees traded your beat Vivas. Oh, that's a huge move. Who'd they get? A nobody? Oh, Benzino, because they go hunting for the deer. 1-1. Popped up. Out of play. 1-2 to Grisham. Yeah, exactly. A box of cornflakes. Nah, I don't think Vivas is very good, if I'm being honest. I don't think he's very good. We don't really have any good prospects. Any good prospects we have, we keep down in the minors like Jason Dominguez. You got to keep guys like George Lombard Jr., Jason Dominguez, Spencer Jones. Keep all those guys down in the minor league level. Pay these guys like Trent Grisham $600 million to hit 210 for the Yanks. That's what you want to do. You want to let these kids play. That's strike 3. Speaking of Grisham, he strikes out with 2 on and 2 out. That'll end the inning, but the Yankees score first. They score 2 runs on 4 hits. They leave 2. We've played 4. We'll go to the top of the 5th. 2-0 Bronx Bombers. It wouldn't matter. The Yankees aren't going to play Vivas. They have Jazz Chisholm, so you're not going to play Vivas anyway. But I don't think Vivas is very good. I honestly don't think a lot of the Yankee prospects are good. I just don't. I think Lombard could be really good. I obviously am a big fan of Jason Dominguez. We got right-handed prospect Sean Paul Lignon. He was Vivas was out of options. That's why they traded him. So that's what we got. What do we know about him? Let's see. Let's take a look at his minor league stats. He is just 21 years of age, so obviously he's was with the Dodgers of LA Lewis here. I'm sure he could let us know, but in the minors, he's 16-9 with a 3.62 ERA. He struck out 269 batters and 209 innings. So in 28 wild pitches, that's pretty impressive. He's walked 81 guys in, so obviously his control is an issue, but he must have really good stuff, I would imagine. So last year combined for 4 teams, he was 3-4 with a 3.03 ERA, 106 strikeouts in 77 innings, but again 33 walks. So he's obviously got some control issues. But he must have a live arm. So that's what the Yankees got for him. We go to the top of the 5th. The Yanks lead 2-0. It'll be Adolis Garcia, Edmundo Sosa, and Justin Crawford for the Phillies. I've never watched Office Space, so I don't know. I know nothing about that show at all. I've never watched an episode of it. It comes on after Seinfeld on like on IFC or Comedy Central, whatever it is. As soon as that comes on, I turn the channel. And it'll be an 0-2, swung on and missed. Strike 3, good sweeper there by Will Warren, who continues to mow him down. What do I hear? That was a filthy sweeper by Warren. Warren has looked really good this spring. I know it's spring training, so you don't read too much stock into it, but 4 1/3 for Will today. Just 1 base runner allowed. He has 5 strikeouts. One's low to Sosa. And the count is 1-0 to Edmundo. He's 0-1. He struck out back in the 2nd. Oh, the movie. I never watched that either. Didn't watch that either. The 1-0 swung on the ground at a short. Caballero to his left throws across the diamond to Rice. 2 away. Seems that way, Gravity. They don't know how to develop hitters at all. I just don't know why you're sending Dominguez. I don't know why you brought Grisham back over Dominguez. I don't understand. Popped up foul by Crawford. The count's 0-1. I do like Spaceballs. That's one of my favorites. One of my favorite movies. I always got a kick out of that. Pitch is just off the plate. The count's 1-1. Yankees are out of ABS challenges. 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the 5th. The Yanks lead the Phillies 2-0. Pitch. That one's in there for a strike, and the count's 1-2. Well, Warren has looked sharp. 60 pitches through 4 2/3, just giving up the 1 hit, struck out 6. 1-2. Bounced up there. Actually, struck out 5. I'm sorry. He struck out 5, not 6. Looking for a 6th strikeout. Evan, what's up? It'll be a 2-2 pitch. Warren Deal swung on and missed. Strike 3. He does get that 6th strikeout. 5 strong innings for Will Warren. Phillies go in order. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 Bronx Bombers. That's what I'm saying. He's a LA Lewis here. He could let us know. He's really good on Dodger prospects, so he would let us know. Lou will probably let me know at some point anyway when I see him again. 222 here on the East Coast, 2-0 Yanks. Judge, Belly, Rice, the schedule 3 for the Yanks. We'll see if we can get it done. We'll be live tomorrow's early game for the Lakers, 6:45. I'll be live. Lakers, Pistons. Too bad they're not going to have Luka, but the Pistons won't have Cade Cunningham. So each team losing a star. Each team is losing a star for tomorrow. Yep, Fright Night. I actually have that on DVR. I recorded it because my kids never saw it. I thought he would like that. I also have it on DVD over there someplace. I still have a shit ton of DVDs. I have so many DVDs, it's not even funny. If Sirius XM could sign, well, I mean, the problem is they're a Giants fan. I'd have to do like every game, and I wouldn't be able to do every game. That's the issue. Unless Sirius XM paid me a hefty sum that could pay my bills. But they would. I don't think they'd ever hire me to do that. I'm not professional. Like I don't know how to do certain things that go on. Like you don't really notice in professional broadcasting. That's why you go to school for it. I hesitate too much. I say and obviously I wouldn't be able to swear and all that stuff. But you know. That'd obviously be a dream if Sirius came a calling and said, we need you, we want you to have a show. Pay you whatever the hell Sirius pays. I don't even know what the hell they pay. It'll be an 01. I actually look to see what broadcasters make, like your average broadcaster, and they make less than I do. So unless you're like a national like a big one, you don't make that much. It's not like they have a bad living, but you're also traveling all over the place, and of course that may be local broadcasters too. It's a big scale. It's a big pay scale. It'll be a 1-1 to Judge in there for a strike. It's 1-2 to Judge. He is 0 for 1. Ken Singleton used to say he's having a no contact afternoon. He's walked and struck out. Leading off the bottom of the 5th, Judge, Belly, and Rice. Schedule 3 for the Yanks, leading 2-0. Nola sets and deals. Judge takes just off the plate. Good take there by Judge, 2-2. Bodo, I'm sure I would still be on YouTube. I'm sure I would still make my face present. The 2-2, Judge swings and it's into the air. Way back and bye, Felicia. This ball is fucking gone.
You can put it on the ball. Yes. Yes. Just keep it on me.
Aaron James Judge takes the grand tour when he steps in home plate. The Yanks lead 3-0. No doubter. Judge took a hanging slider on the inside of the plate. He turned on it and ripped it over the left field wall. 3-0 Yanks. That's the end of Aaron Nola's day. Every American. Well, I mean, Saratoga don't have their announcer is not British. I don't know who their announcer is now. It was Tom Durkin for many years, and Tom Durkin called he called the huge races. He's the voice of the Kentucky Derby, the Belmont. Like he's the guy. But he obviously wherever those main. They all move around like Bell, those guys move around. Whatever, I'm trying to think of the word. There's different, whatever. Like certain jockeys go to certain places. Like Kentucky goes to Belmont. They go to Aqueduct. They go up to Saratoga. They move all over the place. I can't think of what the hell I'm trying to say there, but there's a certain part of horse racing that they, their meets go to different places. Like Saratoga's, it's from July to September, then that goes wherever it goes. But Durkin was always the guy. He was American. I know Delmar, Trevor, I think his name is Trevor Denman. He's British. And he does big races because Delmar is a big track in wherever it's somewhere in California. I don't know where it is in California, but I know the guys that do Saratoga, not British. San Diego, dang, I didn't know where it was. I just know it's in California. We get into around the Kentucky Derby. I always like to throw some money in my my OTB account and just, some days sit in my air conditioning and just throw a little money on the ponies, see if we can get lucky. You don't think the horses care? They might. Who knows? Here comes Bacchus out there. Kyle Bacchus going to come into pitch. 3-0 Yanks. Belly rips it up the middle and hit the bag. And that's going to slow it down, and Bellinger's thrown out. Might have actually hit the mound. Whatever it was, Bellinger hit it back up the middle. It got slowed up. It hit something. I think it hit the pitcher's mound, and Sosa was able to make the play. 1 away in the Yankee fifth. Twin Spires. I mean, there's a lot of channels I have. Like OTB shows a lot, but then I have, it's like channel 315 and 316. I don't know what the hell they're called. The pitch is in there for a strike to Rice, 0-1. But they'll show like overseas races. So they show it all morning. You bet on tracks from Ireland, the UK, France, Australia. I forgot the name of it. Pitch is lined down the left field line, and that is going to dunk in there for a base hit. Rice will take the turn. He'll go to second with a 1-out double, and the Yankees have a runner in scoring position with 1 out in the fifth. PVG, yes, sir. Hammer knows. All right, Bodo. As always, appreciate you swinging in, my friend. You the man. The man. Got to plug the phone in. Plug it in. Get a little charge on that bitch. And Goldie is going to pinch hit here for Stanton. Stanton was 1 for 2 with the runs scored. Goldschmidt at 274 with 10 homers last year for the Yanks. The pitch. Goldschmidt breaks his bat. Beautiful leaping grab by Sosa at short. Took a hit away from Goldie. Rice was able to get back to second, 2 outs. That'll bring up the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm. Bono's right about that. I just read that he said that leave it up to the dumbass batters to make these challenges. You're probably right about that. The pitch. Jazz squared the bunt. Had to get out of the way of a backdoor slider that almost caught him in the foot. Counts 1-0. Jazz is 0 for 1. Walked and scored in the fourth. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. The count is 1-1. 2 outs. Runner at second, 1 in for the Yanks. Aaron Judge hit a solo homer to lead off the inning. Rice with a double at second. Jazz checked his swing. They don't check to see if he went around. It's outside. It's 2-1. It'll be a 2-1. Bacchus deals in there for a strike. 2-2. 2-2 pitch coming, 2 outs. 3-0 Yanks. Chisholm rips a base hit up the alley. It's not deep. Runner is going to come in, and he is going to be safe. Ben Rice scores. Jazz with a 2-out. Yankees have 3 2-out RBI singles today. What the hell are we watching here, man? That's crazy. I don't believe it. Yankees actually getting 2-out RBI singles. That's their third 2-out RBI single today. The other run on a solo homer by Judge, but Yankees have gotten a month's worth of 2-out RBI singles in this game. Crazy. Then I'll bring up the shortstop, Jose Caballero. Jazz went to second on the throw home, so he's in scoring position with 2 outs, 4-0 New York. Yankees were +4 on the betting line today. Right now they're a push. Count is inside to Caballero. The count's 1-0. He's flown out twice. He's 0-for-2. Definitely, Dire Giants fans, not something we normally see as Yankee fans. Pitch got away from the catcher, and Jazz will go to third. It'll be a 2-0 to Caballero. 2 outs, 1 on, 2 in for the Yanks. A solo homer by Judge and an RBI single for Jazz. Should be a pass ball. Looks like a cross up there. Man on second, that's easy to happen. Yankees looking for another 2-out RBI single, and Caballero takes it on the inside corner for a strike. The count is 2-1. Yanks up 4-0. Yankees with a 767 OPS. Pitch is grounded to short. Right there is Sosa. Throws over to first. They get Caballero side retired. But the Yankees do get 2 runs on 3 hits. A solo homer by Judge, an RBI single by Jazz. We'll go to the top of the 6th. 4-0 New York. I got to go potty. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe. I'll be right back. All righty then. De La Cruz, Dylan Moore, Kyle Schwarber, the 3 due up for the Phillies going to their half of the 6th. Pain meds, not pain meds, aspirin, or like ibuprofen. I always do that. Well, and the other thing is, Dire Giants fan, that stream ended at like 10 o'clock, so I had time to eat and, you know, like you said, hydrate. I always, on those streams, I always take like 4 ibuprofen and drink a Gatorade so I hydrate and kill that headache. And I also sleep good, so that helps, you know. But I don't know. That's just always worked for me. I also know when to cut myself off too. That's the other thing. That's why I do IOUs, because I don't want to be hurting the next morning or get sick. I don't want that. So I know my limit. I'm old as shit, so I know what I can handle and what I can't, you know. But that's usually how I do it. I like the pitch. I like it that pitch is in there for a strike. I actually like doing that on Friday better than Saturday. Like they're both fun. They're both funny as hell. I'm not gonna lie. But I know when I wake up on Saturday, I'm going to like have a good breakfast. So that's always really good. Sunday, like I said, I fast, so I don't eat all day until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But I waking up on Saturday knowing I'm gonna go get a good breakfast, that always helps too. Like, you know. It'll be a 1-1. Bednar's out there. Warren pitched great. So David Bednar, of course, he was a WBC guy. It's a 2-1 to De La Cruz, 4-0 Yanks, top of the 6th. Pitch. Swung on and popped up the first. Rice under it. And he waits for it to come down. There's one of, that's not Rice anymore. Who is that at first base? That is J.C. Escara. So he's gone to first. Rice has gone to catch. DeJong is at short. Dominguez is, wow, they did completely change it. That's the one thing that's tough about the spring training game. Yankees like turned over their entire infield and outfield. No, we go to the diner a lot of times on Saturday. Friday night rather, we were at Lake George, so they had a continental breakfast. Pitches, swung and a miss, counts 1-1. Yeah, I agree. I love the diner, man. It's always good. The diners are goated 100%. Pitch, swung on and hit in the air to left. In front of the track is Dominguez. He makes the catch, and there is 2 away. Well, I'll say we had a real nice room. With the price of the hotels at Lake George, it's not seasonal in March, so you get them cheap. We had a really nice suite. I'm like, we stayed the Hampton Inn because they take pets, so we bring our dog with us, and Bednar is going to be done here. The Yankees will make a change. But you get the room and you get the breakfast, and they have a really good breakfast there. They don't have any bacon, which sucks. I wish they had bacon, but they have like sausage, eggs, home fries, pancakes, muffins, fruit, oatmeal, waffles, pancakes, toast. It's a really good continental breakfast. No, the view is not great because it's kind of just the woods behind the hotel. Where we stay is just not a really nice view. When we go to the Quality Inn, it's a much better view, but they don't take pets. So when we bring the dog, we have to stay at the Hampton Inn. It's like the only place outside of Airbnbs that take. But I'm not going to an Airbnb to stay in Lake George. It's literally 20 minutes north of my house. But yeah, man, I'm just like, breakfast is like $80 in the morning. So I'm like that. I just take that right off the price of the room. So you get it. If you minus that, we went to breakfast. Like I said, it cost $80 or whatever. So I'm like, take that off the price of the room. You get a great deal. My kid loved the room. So did my wife. I'm like, I have to stay there again. I'm like, that's what I wanted. I'm like, you pay an extra $20, you get a suite. That's like twice as big as a normal room. So why wouldn't you? No grits. I live in the north, bro. They don't make grits up here unless you go to Cracker Barrel. If you go to Cracker Barrel and up here, they have grits. You can get grits at Cracker Barrel. I haven't eaten at Cracker Barrel in a long time, but they have grits there. Other than that, continental breakfast. We're Yankees, bro. We don't do grits up here. I just never seen a grit before. How many grits? How many? Oh, pitch is low. That looked like a strike. The Yankees are going to challenge. Fernando Cruz in there for the Yanks. Let's see what this is. That was a strike. I can't wait till these games count. And like I said, man, I know that the Yankee streams don't get the most views that I do, but we definitely have a bigger audience, and it's a lot more exciting when these games count. I totally agree with that. But, I want to get this pitch of Smiths to hit the plate. Schwarber looking bad in 2 swings or 2 pitches here. 0-2 to Schwarber, 2 outs, top of the 6th. But it's going to be a fun year doing Yankee baseball, man. I definitely want to do a lot more of it, especially when the NBA ends and we get into the meat of the summer. Pitch. Wow, that just missed. It counts 1-2. Yeah, there's no Waffle Houses up here at all. No Waffle House where I am. I don't even think there's Denny's around here anymore. Maybe there is, but they're like long gone. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Phillies going out in their half of the 6th. Will go to the bottom of the 6th, 4-0 Bombers. Yeah, really no Denny's. IHOPs are pretty much obsolete. Really, if you want to go up here, you're going to go to a diner. That's a lot of diners. Tons of diners up here. And like Dire Giants fans said, man, the diners are goated. And I love diners because I can get breakfast for dinner. Breakfast is my favorite meal of the day. Yep, eggs, French toast. Yeah, they got all that stuff. Eggs, French toast, OJ, coffee, milk, whatever you want. The only thing, like I said, the only thing they really don't have there is bacon. The eggs are scrambled. It's not like they make them for you, but they're scrambled eggs. You can get a hard-boiled egg, too, if you want those. They have those there. And they have cereal. You can get cereal if you want it. Apples, bananas. So they have a pretty good continental breakfast. I love cornbread. They ain't got that there. Like I said, they have muffins. They had poppy seed scones. I'm glad I'm not taking a drug test because I had a couple of poppy seed scones yesterday. Oh, and a diner in Rochester. A lot of diners are really good. There are a lot of really good diners. Like Georgia's good diners too. But if you get a continental breakfast, there's no reason to go out to breakfast. And like I said, pay an extra $80 and you can, as long as there's freaking some kind of, like I said, sausage or bacon with eggs, I'm cool with that. And I do love me some French toast, brother. That is, I love me some French toast. Scrapple. I've never even heard of that shit. I don't know what scrapple is. Grits are pretty good. I don't know that I think I've tried grits that's not like I ordered them. I think they came on my meal and they didn't really taste like anything. So that pitch is in there for a strike to McMahon. It'll be Ryan McMahon, J.C. Esquera, and whoever the hell is playing center field for the Yankees now. McMahon's 2 for 2 with an RBI single, and he takes low 1-1. Hammer says, I'm not exactly sure. That's my wife is adventurous like that. She'll try food like that. I'm not. I am definitely not an adventurous type. If I don't know what the hell I'm eating, I'm not eating it. Pitch is grounded back to the pitcher. And McMahon's retired, one away here in the Yankees 6th. Banks is on the mound for Philadelphia. Schumann is going to hit here for Esquera. Oh, Schumann upstairs. Max Schumann. Definitely had to get this guy on the team. He hit 197 with 2 homers. There needed to be a Yankee. Perfect Yankee in there for a strike 1-1. 4-0. Good guys. The pitch. Swung on a missed. 1-2. Rattlesnake. Yeah, you're not catching me. Like I said, I am not adventurous. at all, man. I won't try anything like that. Nothing like that. Chicken, steak, pork, veal. That's about what you're getting from me. That's about it. Cow, pig, chicken. That's about all you're getting from me. Venison, right? Deer. I ain't eating duck. I ain't eating rabbit. I ain't eating rattlesnake. I ain't eating shark. I ain't eating fish. I ain't eating any of that shit. Cow, pig, chicken. Pitch. 3-2. Bison is really good. We went to I was in Cleveland, went to the Hairy Buffalo, and I thought about getting a bison burger, but I'm like, what if I don't like it? Pitches, swung and a miss, 2 away. So I didn't get it. Didn't go there. Didn't go that route. No, hell no. I ain't anything like that. Pitches hit in the air to right field, not deep. Martin is retired, and that'll retire the side. So the Yankees go in order, and their half of the 6th will go to the top of the 7th, 4-0 Yankees. And guys and girls, I'm going to call it a day. There's not a lot of people in here, and it's Sunday, and it's a Yankee game, and it's, it doesn't count. So I definitely wanted to do a little Yankee baseball without question. But when we do get into the end of the regular season, I'm going to be doing a lot more Yankee content. Of course, we live for the Lakers tomorrow at 6:45, and I'm going to pay off that shot in the bathtub beer during that. So you don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss these Laker streams anyway. They've been a lot of fun. So let me get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, everybody. I'm going to enjoy the rest of mine, and I'll see you tomorrow. We out. Peace.